I'm Mickey Payne, and I have a weird hobby. This is episode, oh God, 7? I think this is episode 7, a weird hobby. I'm a stand-up comic that has a weird hobby. I like doing stop-motion animation, and I'm not great at it. I'm learning, but I'm getting better at it, and I have a lot of fun with it. I did a Christmas one just a little while ago, and Emilio's here. Here, let me tip it up so you can say hello to Mr. Emilio Estevez. Yeah, there he is, licking his dick. That's what he does. He likes to sit and lick his dick. You know what? If I could lick my vagina, I'd do it. We all know that if we could lick our own genitals, we'd do it. So we're not gonna judge old Emilio Estevez there licking his dick. Lick his dick however he wants. Sorry, I know I'm Blair Witching is. Okay. I don't have the camera on myself because I have a sty on my eye, and right now I have a tea bag taped to my face. Yeah, I get styes. I get styes from dust, like either sawdust or dust. So if I'm woodworking and not wearing goggles all the time, like safety glasses, I get a sty. And and I've been cleaning up my house, like I'm doing like almost like a spring clean in January, cause I'm a fucking slob, if you haven't been following me, I'm going through some pretty serious fucking grief. I lost my niece and nephew in September in a car crash. And I tend to get messier when I'm not in a good place. Not that I'm in a terrible place. I heard a song today that the line was, I didn't even like the song, but I liked the line. It was like, I'm doing well, but it hurts like hell. And I would say that would describe where I am right now in my grief journey, they call it. But I'm starting group grief therapy in February. So that's that shit. But back to stop motion animation and licking dicks. So I did my Christmas stop motion. If you haven't seen it, go back. It's Pain Family Christmas. I think it's maybe one of my best, and it turned out pretty good. So I'm going to do another story from my childhood in a similar kind of vein. I'm going to talk about the Sackville, Nova Scotia Christmas, or winter festival or winter carnival or whatever the hell it was that we did. So I have a story about that. And for that, I need these little gnomes that I'm making out of felt. This is called needle felting. So what you do is, like, this comes off like a lamb, like a lamb, like a sheep, right? Like, wool that you... like wool like a fucking sheep, like a sheep's got this shit on them, right? And you knit with wool, right? Which is like a string, right? But this is the shit that comes off the sheep, and it's pretty much like nothing's done to it, right? Like, I'm sure something's done to it, but I don't think it's come right off the sheep's asshole, right? Or wherever it comes from, but pretty much darn close, right? So with needle felting, you take these little needles and you stab the wool you stab it over and over again until it's the shape that you want it, and you just make things, right? So that's generally how I do my stop animation. Some people use clay, some people build stuff. I use felt. So I need to make 7 of these little bitches, these little gnomes, or as I call them, gnomes. How you make them is you take a chunk of the white wool, right? Or like the like nothing's been dyed. This is like right off the sheep. And you make it into, the lady I learned from, she said like a cigar shape, but I wouldn't call this a cigar, would you? Like I call like maybe a blunt kind of shape, or like a tornado. I'd say it's a tornado shape, like, here I'm coming to destroy everything kind of deal. So you make it, yeah, like in a tornado shape, and then like you just kind of roll it into the tornado shape, right? And then you stab it. You just keep stabbing it and stabbing it and stabbing it until it's tight and it's holding that. Ow, fuck. Until it holds exactly how you want it to be, right? And then you grab some of the wool, like when it gets dyed, right? It's the same stuff, but now it's been dyed different colors. And you take that and you wrap it around and you start stabbing and stabbing and stabbing until you get like this shape. So now it looks a little more like, he's got a little hat, right? And he's got a little body. Then you grab a little piece of the stuff that's kind of, I don't know, like white person flesh color, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really this color. I'm a little more beiger than this guy, but okay, so this is, and you put like the weird little nose on them and you stab, 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 stab. And like, I'm not a perfect, like, if you're here to learn how to needle felt, you should probably go find another YouTube channel. Like, there's better channels to learn. I should be watching the YouTube channels on how to needle felt. Like, I just very barely, like, these different needles have different numbers and they're supposed to do different things. I have no idea. I just grab a needle and start stabbing until it breaks, and then I grab another needle. So do not, do not take this as a tutorial in how to needle felt. So now I want to give this guy some hair, right? I want to be a little crazy wizard gnome. And so, see what I'm doing there? I just took the stuff that's dyed gray, and I'm just like, with the needle, I'm just stabbing it. Just freaking stabbing it right on up under his hat, right? And then it kind of hangs down and he looks like, he looks like a dirty hippie or something, right? And you do that, right, all the way around. And then you take like another little piece. And like I can even do like start a little mustache, right? We can start a little mustache there. Yeah. Can you see that? There we go. It's hard to look at it through a camera and not stab yourself. Because I'm kind of watching through the camera while I do it. So now it's like he's got like a little mustache and shit, right? So you just keep doing that. So it starts like this, and then eventually it works its way to something more like this. So I thought I'd just work on this and talk. Probably won't do like a full 20 minutes. Oh, fuck, we're already at 10, so holy shit. Looks like Nikki can yammer on about nothing. So what to talk about with life? What's going on? Here in Canada, it's Monday. It's Monday evening. I have a sty, so I have a tea bag taped to my face, because that's what hot girls do on a Monday night. They watch their dog lick their dick and with a tea bag on their face. I'm teabagging myself, boys. Yeah, no. I'm sorry about that. That was not very nice. Our prime minister quit. He gave up today. He quit the old being the leader of the country, and he prorogued the government. As best as I can understand, he's basically like, because we're our government's more like Britain, like we have a parliament, and so what he does is he goes to like like a person like the, what are they called, like a lieutenant governor or whatever, right? And that person is essentially the king, right? Like it's a girl here in Canada, and she's like King Charles's representative. Again, if you're here to learn about Canadian Parliament, you should probably go to another YouTube channel, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is as best as I understand it. Okay, I've run out of gray for now, so you get the idea. This is where I'm going with this guy, right? I'm turning him into a little, like, wizard kind of dude. So let's work on this, since this is what I have, so. So she's like, oh, what is it? It's not lieutenant governor. I forget what it's called, but it's something like that. Something very Britishy and kind of, official. And she's like, basically like, I am King Charles's representative in Canada. And so the prime minister, if he wants to prorogue parliament, which means shut down parliament for a while. He goes to her, tells her why, and I guess basically he said to her, everybody kind of hates me here. Nobody likes me. Like, his own party was like, yeah, we don't want you to be the leader anymore. So he goes to the lieutenant, whatever, the representative of King Charles, and he says, we need to prorogue because we need to find a new leader for our party. So what happens now is basically nothing until he shut down parliament. Like, they don't meet. So I guess, like, I could be wrong. Like, don't come at me, okay? I tell poo jokes for a living. So if I explain this wrong, please don't be a little shit and be on like, well, actually, Nikki, I don't give a shit, okay? Like, I don't care. But like, I guess like our parliament is sort of like the United States Congress, I guess, sort of, kind of like they all sit in one room and yell at each other. But that's how bills get passed. And so nothing really gets done if they're not in parliament, right? But that buys him some time, because like the other team, right, the other parties were like, we don't like you either. We're gonna have like because here we can have like a thing like the only way to get rid of the government here is for another party to make like a non-confidence vote in the parliament. Like, they have to say, hey, we don't, I don't, like somebody will get up and go, I don't like this government. Let's all have a vote. And if they're all like, yeah, none of us like that government either, then that government gets kicked out and we have an election. So basically that is what's going to happen, but he shut it down. He's prorogued it until, because the lieutenant governor, or whatever the hell it's called, said, yeah, sure, let's do that. So now there's like nothing, no bills are getting passed, nothing's really going to happen until they find a new leader. So they have to have like a leadership run and debate and all that stuff, and then a new leader for the Liberal Party comes, and then so there, I got my little tornado. I think that's in a pretty good shape. And so now I take some blue, because I want this one to be blue. They all need to be different colors. Where the fuck did it go? It just rolled off. Ah, shit. Oh, you might get to see my teabag eye now when I lean down, maybe, possibly. What should I say? Yeah, so, long story short, we're kind of fucked right now. Our country's a little bit fucked. We gotta wait now till it's prorogued until March 24th. And then when it comes back, the other parties are for sure going to be like, no confidence. We don't have any confidence. This is bullshit. Right. And they're gonna get, there's gonna be an election, but there won't be an election right now until March 24th, unless something else crazy happens. And you know what? We got drones flying in the sky. That was my that was my phone, telling me it's time to go to bed. It's only 10 o'clock. Come on now. Bing, bing, bing. So this is, so now I've wrapped it up in the blue shit, right? And you gotta kind of move it around and stuff. But as I stab it, it'll get better. So now you just stab, 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 and try not to stab yourself in the hand because, that's bullshit. And then, yeah, I need to make 7 of these guys for my next stop motion animation. And I think I'm gonna stop it there. We had some good dick licking, some needle felting, and some politics.